Okay, welcome back everybody to another episode and a continuation of Camp Scott. Um, so the last time where I left you guys off was we got introduced to Camp Scott, which was formerly Camp Madelco, which was located outside of Locust Grove. Yeah, Locust Grove, Oklahoma, and we were about to head up here to the caves to do a mission. Um, let's see, yep, up here. We've got to talk to somebody up here. I played ahead in a different save so that I knew.
Yamanai Cave. I and I used to come here as kids.
So that I knew.
Bandits must be inside.
Wait.
Is that you? What are you doing?
Bayek, I heard you were back. Keep quiet. They'll hear you.
Who will hear me?
The bandits.
Yeah.
Bastards took
So
over
there
this
are a
way.
bunch of bandits in here. There's a
Almost
couple
everyone on this
entrances.
side of Siwa
There's
gets
this
their
one,
water from here.
and then there's one from the very top, which I may do that. Fine. But in Camp Scott, we were introduced to the victims. So there was 3 victims. The first was Doris Denise Milner, Lori Lee Farmer, and Michelle Guse. We're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of the details. I'm not gonna talk really about what happened to the girls because I feel that would be kind of disrespectful to their memory. I just want to talk about like what happened after their bodies were found, and what happened during the night while everybody was asleep or not asleep. So, and then we're going. Get out here. And then we're going to talk about the lead up to the investigation and to the murders and what kind of things, like I said, were happening at night. Because a lot did happen throughout that night. But I'm going to do a little refresher because it has been a while. And I'm a bit more organized this time. The first one I wasn't really organized. I just had a bunch of paper lying about. So for this one, hopefully it goes smoother. It's not gonna be as long of a video. Oh, who's coming back? Oh, there you are. But I'll try and be better about talking more, whether it's about the game, because right now it's very distracting. It is very distracting to fight and talk about this case, because coming up, whenever we're going to get into the trial, there's going to be a lot of information, so I'm thinking about, what's that? So I'm thinking about just doing maybe voicing over while I play instead of talking while I play, because I'm gonna need my eyes somewhere else for that, because again, it's really hard to focus, fight and talk about the case, because that's too much multitasking for me. Okay. Maybe I'll go through the front entrance. So, as a little recap, Camp Scott, they have, I think I said it wrong the last time. I said 1 week. They're 2-week sessions, and for each session, there's about 140 campers or girls, because this is a Girl Scout camp. And they get separated into their cohorts or their villages or whatever you want to call it. They're just groups of
I sure could use your help.
3 to 5 girls in each tent. And the tents I've already shown how big they are. There's really not much out here. But we're gonna get started in here. How do you crouch? Okay. It also has been a while since I've touched the game, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm hopeful. Okay, So, we talked about the first victim that was found, who was Denise Milner. Let's. Chat. Okay. So, jeez. So Denise Milner. I don't have a better bow. Gosh. Was the one that was very hesitant on going to camp. And like I said, that's very common in camp, first-time campers, and she was a...
Farmers depend on this spring. They'll pay for sure.
Go back there, yeah.
Beat any passing farmer.
Okay.
Hey. You must die!
Oh no. Bah. Oh gosh. Oh, this is what I mean. It's really hard to talk and fight. So whenever it really comes down to information, I'm gonna have to do a voiceover because that's gonna be a boatload of information. So Denise Miller was the nervous one of the bunch, and we talked about Michelle Hoff, who was one of their counselors, and she rode with Denise on the bus all the way to camp and told her parents that she'll take care of them.
Beat any passing farmers to a pulp, man. Let them know we mean business.
Okay. And Michelle did not just ride with her on the bus. She actually took her around camp and even took her to their tent.
Awaiting orders. Hey! What are you doing?
Who?
Your time has come. Your hand now.
Oh god. Took her to their tent. And remember, their tent was one of the furthest away from the main camp, so it's very secluded. And if I get a chance to show again how dense these forests in that area is, I will again, because it's really hard to show in this desert environment because there really isn't much forest around here. But if you can imagine a bunch of trees and then with a bunch of underbrush like this, so a bunch of underbrush that could be even taller. Oh, that's nothing.
Got you!
Oh my gosh. There you go. Come on. Dodge. Okay. Where'd he come from?
This you shit.
Okay. Okay. That's all done. Cool. So, I'm gonna go over more details of how the camp was set up because I didn't really go into depth about that. I just talked about like its history and background and where it was. Oh, okay, cool. Scan for treasure. So, like I said, everyone was separated into their own groups, cohorts, however you want to distinguish that. And they were called villages? No, they were called camp villages. And they were named after Native American tribes. I know that's really been coming into contention for summer camps naming areas after Native American tribes or words. But just to say, Camp Scott is no longer running. It had to close down after this tragic event. So, if anybody tries to, try to get them to change their names, they're closed. So you don't have to worry about that. And each village had a bunch of tents around a shelter of some kind, and it's usually a restroom shelter for the campers to go in the middle of the night so that they don't have to go back to the main camp or the dining hall or the rec area to go to the restroom. And they were called, they're not called villages, they were called camps. And so the three victims, their camp was called Camp Kiowa. Again, furthest camp from the main camp, so it's very isolated. So let's see, I'm done with this area. I got all three. No, I didn't get all three. I didn't get all three. I'm missing one. Let's see. I keep pulling my sword out because I keep thinking that's the run function. Oh.
Bayek! The spring! You got it back! Thank the gods! The farmers need this desperately. I'm very grateful, Bayek. It's like having our Medjay back again.
I'm glad I could help.
May Amun walk with you, Seni.
Missing treasure. Maybe there's one in the top? So they have different activities, of course, as a camp would have different activities. But for the first day, they had to go to their camps in their tents, mainly because there was a major storm happening at the same time. Oh, they're out there. So what the girls decided was they're gonna go play games, a lot of rainy day games. That's what they would be called. And they decided to write letters. And I'm gonna read those letters right here in a minute. Where's this third treasure, bro? Because I'm gonna read the letters that they wrote home. I feel that it's important to understand, like, their feelings on the first night. And like I mentioned before, Denise was the nervous one. Lori was this really super smart kid who actually requested to go to camp. And then Michelle was a returner, so she's been to camp before, so and it'll reflect in their letters how they feel, if they're excited. That's the one. But I'm trying to find. Where is it? That's not one. That's arrows. Arrows. I already got that one. Is there one here? I'm just not see. No. I'm waiting because I could just mark a spot and have my camel ride to those spots. But man, this is. Those are arrows, arrows. I'll make it back to this one because it's taking way too long. Arrows, arrows. Oh, there it is. Oh, I got too excited. I've been playing a lot of FPS games, so it's. I keep thinking my shift is sprint, but there's no sprint in this game. It's either walk or run. Oh, come on. Maybe we talk to this guy again? Oh no, I don't want to carry him. Oh. Come on. Okay. So, where do we want to go? We already did that. Do that. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh. Okay. Maybe I have to wait until there's actually a road.
Whoa.
There. Okay. So, hopefully this doesn't do anything too much. I'm gonna start with Denise's letter. So Denise, this is her letter home. And this is the first night, so you're gonna understand how she was feeling. And again, she was the one that was not really feeling up to going to camp. So here it is. Dear Mom, I don't like camp. It's awful. The first day, it rains. I have 3 new friends named Glenda, Lori, and Michelle. Michelle and Lori are my roommates. Mom, I don't want to stay at camp for 2 weeks. I want to come home and see Cassie and everybody. Your loving child, Denise Milner. And remember, Glenda was supposed to be in their tent, but she got moved last second. Oh. So I'm gonna talk to this little boy, and then we're gonna go inside.
Venerable, it is dangerous here. Get on home.
Bayek, you're back?
Where is Chenzira?
He wanted to see the skulls in the hyena den, but the hyenas came back. I ran this way. Chenzira ran over by the tomb.
You are lucky the hyenas didn't chase you. Go back to the village. I will find your brother. What?
Do I have to tell my parents?
Chenzira got you into this. He will have to talk to them. Now go ahead.
Okay, so this is a lot of tunnels. Oh, okay. Let's see, gear. Oh, I forgot abilities. Okay, so we want to go. This way, because that would be good for later missions. Definitely, most definitely that. What's this? So, since I have unlocked that slot, let's do that one. 45 damage per second. 51, 60, 60. Heavy blades, 62. But I'm not a fan of axes, so I'm gonna go with this one. Oh. Okay, so we got the upgrading out of the way. So this 3, cool. Minhotep the Great. More like Minhotep the Chief. There's no way to get over those over. These massive balls with scabs and fishes. This torch is very, very strong. I'm gonna go this way first. What did he find? Son of Minhotep to suffer. Okay, some through there. What's this? So, yeah, we have 2 more letters to get through. Cool. Nothing, okay. So the next letter is gonna be from Lori.
Chenzira, stay there. I'm coming to get you.
Bayek, is that you? You've come back.
There it is. Oh, there's a bunch down there. What? I hate that the loot button and the pickup and drop torch button is the same. Bro, keep climbing. There you go. And again, Lori was a very intelligent one. She had IQ of like 120, I believe.
How did Chenzira get through here?
Oh my gosh. Agathoclea, mother of Teddy, wife of Minhotep, the face of Wepwawet. Okay. When he ascends and lifts himself to the sky, the eyes of Agathoclea are like those of the Great One. Let's see. Who is Wepwawet? Wepwawet, late Egyptian mythology, Wepwawet. Okay, Wikipedia, give me it. Was originally a war deity whose cult center was Asayut in Upper Egypt. His name means opener of the ways. Okay. Cool. Chief and soul of Heliopolis. May her radiance prevail in the afterlife. Okay, cool. Yeah. Prevail in afterlife. I don't know what I have to do. Destroy these. Oh, move to the right. Yeah, to the right. Can I pull this one? Then. Yes. What's in here? A giant face. Yep. How'd they get that in this place? Oh my gosh. Was that it? No, no, find the ancient tablet. Tie me wet. You are the great cat. Aww. The avenger of the gods, the emerald eye, the one who walked by himself. You were given dominion over the mice and rats who stole our grain, and you decreed we should not starve. May your journey through the reed fields be full of vermin. So they mummified a cat and left this touching message for that cat. Maybe I'll do that with my cat. Maybe not. This way. Back through here. Make sure we don't... Oh man. What? What is that? Bro? How did... Wait. What was that sound? Jeez. Okay, like, as I was saying, so, Lori's letter has, just shows how intelligent she really was, for her age. So, she was 8 years old. So she said, "Dear Mom and Dad, and Misty and Joe and Chad and Kathy." That's because she has a bunch of siblings, and she's the oldest.
I can't believe you are back.
You should not be in here.
I'm hiding from hyenas.
Fenuku told me about that. It is not enough to get yourself in trouble. Now you put your little brother in danger?
But it's with Hemugon.
All right, I understand. Let's get you out of here.
Okay. Yeah,
Look
okay.
at that. What is it?
Would like to know myself.
A moon will come
very
in
old.
Hutta, for he was possessed of
Someday,
divine heart, which was beneficent. Shush, towards the gods.
Which way did you get in?
Bro.
That way. But that's where the hyenas are.
He hath given gold in large quantities, emeralds in large quantities, and grain in large quantities to the temples. He guided us and
What
hath
is it,
given
Jotaro?
very many lavish
My
spiritual
fault
gifts
about Hemu.
to make Siwa
Ask where you were.
prosperous
I
and to
didn't
advance
think it
to
would
Met.
hurt anybody if I told them.
Okay.
Shenzura,
Oh,
you have no way of knowing what they will do. Ancient writing from the Old Kingdom. Shenzura, don't feel bad. You had no way of knowing what
the
they will
old
do.
kingdom.
Anyone would have done the same thing in your place.
I guess.
Okay, so Lori had a bunch of siblings, but she was the oldest of 5. And she was a big sister role model for... How do I get those? Oh, can I climb this? I've never been up here.
That's too hard for me to climb.
Well, I have been up here. Shush. Shush, child. It's okay, child. Can I? No? I should be able to break down a wall somewhere. This way. Okay, so continuing on. Dear Mom and Dad and Misty and Joe and Chad and Kathy. We're just getting ready to go to bed. It's
too hard for me over
7:45.
there.
We're at the beginning
This
of a
is the
storm and
only
having
way
a lot of
out.
fun. I've met 2 new friends, Michelle and Denise. Oh, well, she said, Michelle Guse and Denise Milner. I'm sharing a tent with them. It started raining on the way back from dinner. We're sleeping on cots.
Keep close.
Can I climb that? Oh, I can climb this. No, I can climb this. Yo, you're humming? Needs to chill. Okay, continue humming. Where was I? I'm sharing a tent with them. It started raining on the way home from dinner. We're sleeping on cots. I couldn't wait to write. We're all writing letters now because there's hardly anything else to do. With love, Lori. Ooh. And these are like exact words. I try to not. Come on, kid. I try to not edit them out because it just shows you like what kind of character they are. And for an 8-year-old, this letter is very, very Oh, is that a floating rat? Oh my gosh. No wonder the damage per second is so high on this. Oh, is that a big cat? Oh my gosh. Who's gonna be the biggest cat? Die, cat! Ooh.
Safe now. You better get home.
Okay.
Can I ask you something?
Go on.
Could I be a Magi like you one day?
No.
Well, you can start by looking out for your brother and not taking him to dangerous places.
I promise.
Now get back home.
Okay. Let's see. Who's next? Michelle? So, as a refresher, very thick forest. So, like, imagine in 20 feet, all you can see are leaves like this, but like even thicker. Again, not a great example because this is a desert, so there's not a lot of foliage around. Come to me. Oh, I have one more. 2, 1. Bonus XP? I don't want to make time speed forward. Yes. Okay. Regenerated combat. Okay, that was a no-brainer. Oh, where are we going? We already did that. No, let's do some. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me scroll down. Oh no, messed up. I messed up. Okay. So, did not mean to do that. That's not a road, bro. We were just on the road. Okay, it's whatever. Michelle's letter. So she's the returning camper. And remember, just to give you an idea of her personality, before she left, she told her family to take care of her plants because she really likes her plants. So
My old Medjay outpost. I should bring Senu up there.
yeah, guess where we're going. So here's what she said. Dear Aunt Karen, how are you? I am fine. I'm writing from camp. We can't go outside because it is storming. How do I climb up there? It is storming. Me and my tent mates are in the last tent in our unit. My tent mates are Denise Milner and Lori Farmer. Sorry. My room is in shades of purple. Love, Michelle. Very short, sweet, but it really speaks about her personality. She wrote to her aunt, and she responded to her aunt in the same letter. If that doesn't tell you what kind of person she is, I feel like she had a interesting personality. So much loot. So much restricted area. Excuse me? That's what I have right now. Okay. How's the Magi shield worse than a worn shield? Okay. Cool. Oh yeah. Craft that now. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. There we go. How can I land on that? Whatever. So, those were the 3 letters. And like I said before, they were in a U-shaped area.
The stone circle. I brought Hemu here not so long ago.
U-shaped area, tent 8. So, the councils were tent 1, so like one end of the U. So they were on the complete other end of the U. And in between them is a lot of forests, foliage, and that building. Like I mentioned before, there's a building. That sounds fun. Behind me. And, oh yeah, that looks like fun. So, I think I've mentioned this before. It wasn't really good planning on their end. Because I can't find. Where is he? Whatever. Because very thick forests does not really bode well for a camp. And like I said, it's 1977 or 1970. It was the 1970s, and they really didn't have as much restrictions and rules and stuff for camps than they do today. And most definitely, this tragedy had really changed the course of sleepaway camps. Yeah, recover that health. So that's what makes this case that much more important, is because like we can look at, hey, what steps have we done today or since that day to help our kids and their parents have a sense of security when they're at a sleepaway camp. Somebody's here. Two.
Hey, hold on.
Nothing happened here. Nothing happened. Did I kill? That was the captain?
Wait a minute.
Die! Die!
Oh my gosh. Ooh. Sorry. Sorry. Hopefully nobody sees you. Yeah. Don't need that. I should be able to sell that. Okay. Where was I? And they didn't just write letters, in their tents. They also sang songs. There's a lot of camp songs. I don't know what camp songs were around back then, but now there's, a ton of them. So, I finished. It is important that we keep our foothold in Siwa, or else they will have our heads. I love you with all of my ka. However, no amount of offerings or prayer can replace the will of a warrior. Through battle, we speak to the gods. Okay. You can stand up now. Oh no, wrong button, wrong button. Let's get out of here.
Hey!
Oh, hello.
Die, worm!
Getting tired?
Got you!
Rising to Brazilian!
I'm going to kill you for that!
Yeah, yep.
Got a clean target. I have the range. Open. Trouble hit.
A clean target!
Come here.
Hey, what?
Come on, come at me, bro.
Wait a minute.
What?
Hey!
Yeah. Oh, let's get out of here. Oh. Okay, did not well, I should have known. Even though I didn't expect to see three guys chilling in one room. I got too greedy. So I'm gonna go through the timeline. I tried to keep it as in chronological order, but ooh, can I break this? Can't break this. So it makes sense. I don't want to try and do a lot of jumping back and forth from time to time. So bear with me while I climb to the top of this. So right after bedtime, their bedtime was at 10 p.m. So that's when lights out. Another of their counselors. So they have a few counselors. We already talked about. Oh my gosh! I swear. We already talked about Michelle Hoff, and now there's one more counselor who's going to be a major, well, who's going to show up a lot in the timeline, because unfortunately for her, she was the one being woken up all the time, and as a counselor, I was former counselor. I already did this one? Bro. Oh. Find the hidden papyrus. So I totally understand being woken up at all times of the night.
him.
Is there somebody to talk to around here? Is that it? Oh. That was it. Cool. Ability points. Sorry. I charged heavy attack. I think I want to do this. Oh gosh. Is that guy okay? Oh, they're just dancing. Okay. So, and this counselor was Carla. I know I was talking about her and then I got distracted. Sorry. Carla, doing the rounds, making sure the kids are, in bed, and the lights are out. They're not gonna be asleep, especially on the first night. There's gonna be a lot of gossiping, a lot of talking, because they're making new friends and making new connections. So they just want to get to know each other. Bro, I want loot. But the main thing is, level 5. What level am I? I'm level 5. Cool. Ooh. Maybe we can get a ride. Okay. Come on. Okay, so while we ride into the sunset, Carla noticed as she was doing her rounds. Oh, am I not?
Cut him off!
Out of the way! Lock the road behind me! I will get by.
Oh, what? Are you guys okay? Alright. That was weird, I guess. As she was making rounds, Carla noticed a light in the woods, leading towards Camp Kiowa. And as a camp counselor, you're like, oh, what are these kids up to? So she called down and said, hey. And then the light went out. But then she assumed it was another counselor. If you've ever been a counselor in summer camp, sometimes after the kids go to bed, take a take a walk in the woods to do whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna say what they do because a lot of people just, me personally, I like to walk in the woods and just chill because it's a great time to decompress, especially after the first day. First day is really hectic, and if you need to decompress, taking a walk in the woods by yourself is really nice. So understandably, Carla thought it was another counselor. She didn't think much of it. Let's see. I think I'm gonna pause for now because this is gonna be a really long, what you call it? Yeah. Pause.
My son, you wanted the stars. The stone circles show the gods' places in the sky. And your grandfather once told me they also show our place in the world.
I'm going to find every stone circle, the Sphinx, And the pyramids too. And I'll find my place.
And you will have them.
Okay, I feel, yeah, these are really cool places. And I really like how the direction is taking us. I like the puzzles in this game. Moon. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. Guess that's the time traveling sitting aspect. Do a really easy one. Okay. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna, I guess, do this again. I should probably move out of the circle to before I call the camel. Yeah. Okay, so, later on, a few hours later, at 1:30 a.m., Carla again, is woken up. I guess she's a light sleeper, and she's going to investigate some moaning noises, which is weird, but again, not out of place in a summer camp, as weird as that sounds. The moaning noises came from tent number 6, and she told them to quiet down. But that's not what the concerning part was. Is my camel okay? What was concerning was afterwards. She's headed back to her... Bro. She's headed back to her tent whenever she heard this low guttural noise, or sound, like an animal or a person, but it was coming from behind the tents in the woods. That was really concerning because, like, she said that there wasn't any animal that lived around there that sounded like that.
Bayek! It does my heart good to have you again in Siwa.
She's shown her flashlight towards the trees, and then the sound stopped. Sometimes, again, there are weird noises in the woods, and you're just like, that's none of my business, because it's dark and it's in the middle of the woods. So she went back to sleep. I'm going to talk to her real quick, and then I'm going to continue.
You nursed Senu back to health. I never expected to see her again.
She is a tough old bird.
Like you, eh?
Bayek.
Hepzibah tells me you are healing the villagers as best you can. It would give me much pleasure to help you.
That is kind of you. May Yakar be blessed. I can always use help. The soldiers are brutes. Almost every villager has cuts, bruises, broken bones. To help them, I put together a makeshift perang in the old ruined temple. Friends bring me medicine from Yamu, but now the soldiers stop everyone entering the village and steal their goods. So, we tried to bring medicine on a boat instead.
And the soldiers stopped that also.
They sank the last shipment. The medicine jars are scattered across the bottom of the lake.
I will get them for you.
Thank you, Bayek. Bring it to the old temple. I must go there now.
Anywhere in this lake. Senu can help me.
Oh gosh. Okay, Senu. Oh, I need to go over that first. So we're about to get into, we're coming to a close for this episode, mainly because bro, you're supposed to help me out, Senu. Whatever. Mainly because that was a weird sound. Jeez. Guess Senu's not gonna help me. I just want to do these in different parts. Let's see. Oh, there's more up here. I want to do these in different parts. So that we don't get too laden with too much information at the same time, because there's a lot to go into this case.
Ravia's waiting for these jars.
Yeah, she is. But I got other things to do. And I want to have plenty of time to do research and get the right information out there, because misinformation is terrible. One of the treasures has been looted. Here's a second one. And there should be one over here. What's going on? Let's deep dive. Come on. There it is. And like I said, maybe in a future episode, I'm gonna be just doing a voiceover, because especially when it comes to trial, I'm gonna be doing voiceover because there's gonna be a lot of information, and it's gonna be really distracting whenever I have to fight. Of course, I'm gonna pause whenever there's a fight scene, but again, it won't be something like this. Oh. Good representation right here. Okay. So like, yeah, like this. But the whole place, like this. Can't see anything. So moving on. We already talked about the 130 incident. Okay, 2 a.m. Yep, we're at 2 a.m. Just making sure it's in the right order. At 2 a.m., a girl in tent 7, so the closest tent to tent 8, obviously. What's that in the water? Cool. Girl in tent 7 was awoken to a flashlight in the face. Which, again, could be somebody trying to prank somebody else. But the events of this night was really disturbing. So, since it's close enough. Oh, wrong button. Bro, are you stuck on a cow? Okay. Flashlight to the face. And it's gonna become relevant here in just a second. But the next thing that happened was between 2 and 3 a.m. A farmer heard a lot of traffic on a nearby road. I don't know if it's relevant, but again, this is rural Oklahoma between 2 and 3 in the morning in the 1970s. So there shouldn't be a lot of traffic at that. There shouldn't be any, honestly. So maybe that is relevant, maybe not. Oh, this mission. I think we're gonna do this final mission, and then we're gonna wrap things up. So we're at 3 a.m. now. Okay. So 3 a.m. Another camper heard a scream, while another one says she heard someone crying, "Mama, Mama." So that is sad. Somebody was calling out for the mom. Again, all of this normal on a first day of camp. But the biggest problem is the crime that happened. Where is it? Oh, maybe it's because I'm not tracking it. Where is he? Is that him? I'm just gonna kill birds. Okay. After 3 o'clock, there wasn't really much happening, but I'm gonna explain why that flashlight was kind of worrisome. Come on, come on. Oh my god. Which one? There he is. I had this down to a science before. Oh, no. Okay. Stop wasting your ammo. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's get out of here. Whew. Okay, so while all of these events were happening, somebody was going around to each tent and stealing personal belongings. So somebody was missing glasses, purses, and other stuff. So that flashlight in the face could have been somebody tried to take stuff, and then whenever they noticed that one of the campers was still awake, they decided, hey, this is not worth it because she's awake. So, like, okay. Oh, my man. Is he okay? Is he dead? He's most definitely dead. So you don't need this. take it off your hands. Okay, last couple things, let's wrap this up, with, at 6 a.m. Again, our girl Carla, she wakes up to go shower. Instead of showering, at the camp for showers, because, again, summer camp, a lot of kids like to shower in the morning, and it's really hard to share a shower, with kids. So she's going to walk to this staff area where the counselors hang out. There's a bathroom and shower there, so she's walking over there, to go shower. And so she's taking the trail towards the main camp. And at the base of a tree, she spotted a bunched up sleeping bag. And upon closer inspection, the body of Denise Milner was inside of that sleeping bag. Obviously, she did the right thing and went directly to the camp director and reported it, which is very stressful because, like, hey, this is your camper. It's like, you just find her inside of a sleeping bag dead. So I don't know what kind of thoughts were going through her mind. This immediately went into everybody searching. Everybody was searching their tent to see if they could find other girls, and they found that there was no other girls inside the tent. But there was a lot of blood inside, and it was very worrying. But 2 girls were eventually found around 100 yards away from Denise's remains, and they were also inside or covered. They were both. One of them was covered, one of them was inside another sleeping bag, and it did not really bode well for them. I'm gonna get into the crime scene later on, but all I'm gonna say is it was a mess. There was a lot of blood. There was a lot of things that needed to get done. Trying to find a good spot to stop. Something memorable. Maybe on top of this building. Can I even climb this building? And I'm gonna get into the investigation and like what kind of sketchy things have been was happening or happened, because the main suspect, who they recently, last May 2022, they used new technology to link the crime to this person, and I'm going to talk about the person later on, because it actually went cold for until last year, so almost 50 years. Almost 50 years, a cold case, and it was finally solved. So I'm gonna go over that. So there's gonna be, I may just do one big episode where I talk about the investigation leading up to the trial, and then we'll talk about the trial, the process, what happened with the suspect or suspects, and then like the new technology and the new evidence that linked the suspect to the crime, the actual killer to the crime. So there is a lot more research to go. This is as far as I've gotten so far, because it does take a lot of time to find this information, especially ones that like some other people have already talked about, because I've heard this case before, and I'm basically giving you the same information, but I'm also finding different information that they didn't include, so hopefully we can do that for the investigation and the trials. But if you made it this far, consider like, subscribe, comment for what you want to hear next, because I may keep playing this game even for other cases until we finish, and then we're gonna move on to a different game. One probably with less dialogue or as much dialogue, but one that doesn't require as much brain power while playing, I guess. That's what I'm trying to get at, because this does require some brain power, especially whenever you're fighting and trying to do combo attacks. So without further ado, we'll see you in the next. Oh, no, not yes. Quit the title screen. I'll see you next one.